Okay, so what have we got here? DJI Mavic Pro 2, lovely piece of kit, and had it for about, I don't know, 6 months or so, and it's an amazing thing, really, really good. Got it second hand, loads of kit with it and all the rest of it, for these batteries, all sorts, bags, a lot. So yeah, really, really chuffed. But but recently went out with a friend on a Sunday morning down here in Devon in the Tiverton Canal. When I say in the Tiverton Canal, you might get where I'm going with this. So manoeuvring under a bridge on top of the canal, so went under the bridge. I believe I lost GPS, and the thing started drifting to the side, to the left. And I'll try and post a video on here actually. So it drifted to the left, and my mate who's got an identical drone except with a zoom was filming it from his drone. It was flying behind me, and it drifted to the left into the side of the inside of the bridge, and it dropped into the water. Freezing cold morning, about 7 in the morning. I think it was about 6 or 7 degrees out there. Where are we? What month are we now? We're in November. Well, just into December now, so it was just the end of November last weekend. So top off, trousers off, socks off, shoes off. Thought I'd lower myself into the canal, waist height, and when I lowered myself in, it was a bit deeper. It was about up to my neck. The drone by that time had been in it for about a minute, I suppose. I could see when I looked to see where it had gone in before I stripped down, you could still see the battery flashing like it would be there. And also the lights on the legs were still flashing, so it was promising really. But with all that electronic wizardry in there and everything being so I don't know, high tolerance or low tolerance, I don't know, either way, very precise engineering, I thought, well, there's none of this ain't going to survive. It's just not going to survive. Even if it does, I'm going to get dampness in there. So what I've done, okay, and I haven't tried it out yet. I took off the lens, skylight lens there, okay, or skylight cover. Took the battery out, obviously. This was the battery. First good bit of news is, really with it all, is that this battery is working. Okay, now, sorry, I'm just adjusting here. So the battery's actually working, which is great. And I've gone on posts on Facebook before, on Google before, and these were the most common things that failed because they're sealed units. I mean, imagine you can pop it open, but once dunked in the water, that was it. They stopped working, so it was pretty much £100 down the drain. But luckily, only just a few scratches. Just a few scratches, and it's sorted. Okay, so the drone itself, I've taken this back cover off here. I took this back cover off here. You need a little Allen key, okay. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you lift this up gently, and you've got another 2 screws underneath. These 2 screws going into the plastic is very, very slightly longer than these others going into the main plate here. So what I did was, all you do, it's simple really, just store them separately. I put them in a bit of sellotape so it kept them together. There is a plate underneath that as well, which another guy on the internet, on Google, recommended that you take off, but then it had 6 connectors all the way around, and he really struggled to get them back in, but he did it. But I didn't do that. I thought, no, just took this top one off, got a little moisture out, give it a bit of a brush down, and then stuck it in there. My son, by the way, says don't really do that, because he said if you get it on the circuitry, the starch in the rice could go all sticky, and it has a nasty effect, even like pouring Coke on it, like that sat on it. Anyway, last Sunday, it's now Thursday. Shall we see? Let's just, oops. Take the legs out. I've taken the props off just in case it decides to do something really daft and fly off. So, the moment of truth. Gulp. Fan's going. Gimbal's doing its checks. So far so good. Bloody brilliant. Well, I have to say, that's a good sign. I'll post a video next to see if it actually flies, but so far, I'd say this robust little thing, what an amazing little thing you are. Fully dunked in the water, fully immersed, cold winter river in Devon, in Tiverton. Seaweed all over it, bit of mud as well. And then she's going. Proper job.